Good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. It's Cara D. So when you come in and you listen to this video, hit the like button. Make sure you thumbs up. You can leave a comment or you can subscribe to the channel. So I'm gonna make this really, really quick because I do not want to record a long pre-record video. So I'm just gonna run through these topics that I've written down and I'm going to talk about it. First, I want to talk about the black woman's eviction. Now they're going around saying studies have shown that black women in the U.S. have the highest eviction rates. And I want to talk about that because I believe the reason why a lot of black women are being evicted is because black women, they like to take care of black men. A lot of black women allow black men to move into their homes and names are not on the lease. They're not paying no rent. They're barely helping you with any bills if they help at all. Because we know most of the time, a lot of these black women, they want to fix a nigga. They want to build the nigga. They want to take care of nigga like they're the black male's mother. So most of the time when black women shack up with black males, they have to pay all the bills. Okay. This is a fact. This is a known fact. When you look at a lot of the relationships with black women and black men, black women are taking care of those men. Black women are either going 50-50 or they're paying for everything. They're even paying for dates. A lot of times these women are paying car insurance, car payments for these men. Some of these women are so desperate, they'll pay the mortgage and the rent. That's just how desperate some of them have gotten. And I truly believe black women need to work on their self-esteem. But not only I believe that black men play a part with the black women getting evicted, I also believe that black women are not financially stable. And a lot of times, why black women are not financially stable because they have children they cannot afford. You know what I'm saying? Not all black women, because I do believe there's about 45% of us that do not have any children, regardless of the reasons why. I believe there's 45% of black women that do not have children. So, a lot of times black women are not financially stable enough to take care of those kids on their own. And sometimes, not all of them, they depend on help from the government as far as like food stamp, WIC. A lot of times they're looking for child support or whatever. A lot of black women do not get child support. And if they do get child support, it's like maybe $100 a month or, depending on how many children you got. But let's just say you got one kid. You probably only going to be getting like $100 or $150 a month for that one child. So black women are taking on the roles of men. They're the head of the household. They're taking over the roles of men because black men are irresponsible. They don't want to be accountable for their children. They don't want to take care of them. They don't want to provide for them financially, emotionally, mentally. They don't want to do anything for these children. A lot of these black kids have never met their fathers. And then there's some that, see their fathers like maybe like 2-3 times a year. That's not a father. That's like a part-time father or a seasonal father. That's pretty much what that is. That's not what you call a full-time father. That's not a hands-on father, and that's not a father in the home. These part-time fathers, a lot of people like to give these black men credit because they come and see their children once or twice a month. That's not a full-time dad. Your children is basically being just raised in a household with a single mother, pretty much. So a lot of black men like to, try to pat themselves on the back because they didn't marry the mother of their children. They abandoned them and they left all the responsibility on these black women. And so a lot of these black women are holding the bag. Some of them got 2, 3, 4, 5 children. And if you're not getting any extra help from the government and you're not getting child support to help you with those kids, there's a big chance that you may not be able to pay your rent or you may not be able to pay your mortgage or your car payment and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised that black women lead as the highest rate of eviction in the US. I'm not surprised. Black women take care of black men too much. A lot of black women will literally keep a black man in their home, get an eviction notice, tell a black man, and he still won't do anything to help them. I've seen this happen on numerous occasions with black women that I've worked with and black women that are in my family. They will be put a place in their name. They will be the breadwinner in the relationship. They'll be the go-getter, working a good job, working one or two jobs. And the black male is barely bringing any money in. And if he is working, their biggest excuse is, I got child support to pay. Oh, I got my car note. I got this to pay. I can't help you. I can't do this. But you want to lay up in the fucking house, eat and sleep. Make sure that you're warm or you're cooled enough. That's what a lot of them do. Some of them will literally stay in the house with these black women until they're completely evicted out, where they got to start moving themselves out. And after they get evicted, a lot of times these black men abandon them, break up with them, and move on to the next black woman. The next black woman that they can get with and use up, abuse mentally and emotionally and stuff like that. A lot of times black men use black women for three different things: sex, money, and to create babies that they really don't give a fuck about. But they believe that they have to keep populating the world with the black male's image, the black child. So that's why they want to have children with you. But a lot of black men, they're having children with non-black women. They're having biracial kids. And even though their child is mixed with black, they're still not black. They're biracial. And it's okay to be biracial. I believe that people should be able to claim both sides. Whatever that you're mixed with or whatever like that, you should be able to claim it. Like, I don't understand why a lot of black biracial people that are mixed with black, I don't know why they just claim black. And so a lot of people will say, well, it's based off their phenotype. It's the way that they look, but it's not their DNA. A fully black child with a black mother and a black father is not the same as a child that has a non-black parent and a black parent. That is not the same. That's two different things. But because black people, they want to welcome in everybody, they want to include everybody into everything, you will have black men and black women fighting you over calling mixed biracial people biracial. They'll be telling you that's not how they look when they go out into the world. Well, hey, you know that they're not the same as a fully black person. And it's okay to be biracial. So I wish that black women and black men will stop doing that. Like, if you are a black woman, you're divested or you interracial dating. When you decide to have children with your non-black partner, that's a biracial child. And even if that child comes out with 4 type hair or 3 type hair and, they have a darker complexion, that's still a biracial kid. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe black women are going to have to tighten up. They're going to have to stop taking care of these men. They're going to have to stop being with men that don't really care anything about them. Because if a man really cares about you, he's not going to let you get evicted. He's not going to let you be out in the street, sleeping in hotels or sleeping in your car. If a man really gives a damn about you, there's no way in hell he's going to let you be out on the street. So if some of these black women that are being evicted are the mother of these black males' children, and they're not doing anything to help you, they don't give a damn about you or that kid. Because if it's easy for a man to abandon his children, you know damn well he don't care about the mother of that child. A lot of these black males do not even want some black women to mother their children. They ask these women to have an abortion. They do not have an abortion. They go through with the pregnancy and they're left raising this child that the black male didn't even want in the first beginning. Honestly, black men just like to have sex raw. That's why he does it. Not that he wants to have a child, but we already know that if you have sex raw with no protection, that there's a possibility that you can get somebody pregnant or you can get pregnant. But the black male does not look at the future. He does not care about the well-being. He just wants to have raw sex unprotected, get a nut, and go about his business. He doesn't care about what comes from him having unprotected sex. And that's why I do believe that a lot of these Black children are suffering because Black women continue making Black men the father of these kids. And we already know on a large scale, Black men abandon their children, Black children, and the children that they have with non Black women. They abandon their biracial children now because there's a lot going on with TikTok where a lot of the biracial children with white mothers are all over TikTok dealing with identity issues and, you know, um, coming after Black women or coming after Black women that has biracial children. It seems like they believe that it's some type of competition. They feel that biracial children that comes from Black women are a little bit more grounded. They don't have those identity issues as much because their mother is Black. A lot of times Black women are still around to raise their kids. Black men are not. So when it comes to the non-Black woman and her biracial children, her children usually don't know anything about their Black side. They don't even know anything about like different things they will have to deal with when they come out into society, into the real world, because they're being raised by a white woman. So she sees things from her perspective. So a lot of times these biracial girls from the white woman, they have identity problems. They have issues. And a lot of times they do not like Black women either, just like their mothers don't like Black women because the Black male didn't like Black women and he talked trash about Black women to the non-Black woman. So a lot of times the non-Black woman instills the same hatred for Black women in their biracial children, especially their biracial daughters. Okay, especially their biracial daughters. So a lot of times they believe that they're in some type of competition with Black women because their mother so happened to got with the Black male and had a Black biracial child, biracial mixed child with Black. So Black women are going to have to tighten up. You're going to have to stop taking care of men. You're going to have to really think for your future. You're going to have to really plan for your future. You got to be responsible for the decisions that you make, just like you have to be responsible for your womb. Yes, the Black male will abandon his children. Yes, he will have sex with you unprotected, but you still have to be accountable for your womb, and you still have to be accountable and responsible for the children that you bring to this world through your womb. So Black men and Black women are responsible for these children. Okay, they're responsible for how these children are coming out. It's just the facts. It's just the facts. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Black women got to learn how to save their money, stop spending money on useless things that you don't really need. Learn to budget, create a savings account. Don't put too much stress on yourselves. Don't create too much bills for yourself that you don't have to put on yourself. Like for me, I always believed in if I make payments on a car, eventually after I make a couple payments, I'm going to get that money and I'm going to get that car. You know what I'm saying? But I understand that sometimes the cars cost too much at the time, so you're not going to be able to pay cash. But whenever you get the chance to pay that car off, do it. That way you don't have to be worrying about those car payments and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. I wish that Black women get it together. Stop taking care of Black men. Stop being irresponsible with your bills so you can be at the club, so you can be out being the next hot girl, trying to get up in these Black males' face, showing up on social media, acting like you got it like that, going out spending all your money in these designer bags. And I'm not knocking you. If you got the money, do whatever you want to do with your own money. Because I know for me, I like to shop and I like to splurge and I like to spend money too. But most of the time, I'm spending money on things that I believe that I need. I'm just not going out there blowing my money every time I get a whole bunch of money, just blowing it away. So Black women got to learn that. So moving on, because I think I stayed on that topic a little too long. There's been a lot of controversy going on with these movies that are coming out. And even though The Little Mermaid is not coming out to May 2023, a lot of people is talking about it because they dropped the trailer to The Little Mermaid. And then there's another movie that I see everybody talking about boycotting the movie and stuff like that. And I've been thinking about maybe go seeing the movie, not with my man, but by myself. The movie is called The Woman King. Because I want to get the understanding of the movie. I don't support pro blackness, and I'm not all about Black to Africa, but I'm open to seeing the movie. So I may go see the movie maybe like next week or something like that. I may go see it by myself and see how that goes. But anyway, the situation with the Little Mermaid, like I think I posted some stuff on my community tab. I posted a little video on my channel where they were showing the Little Mermaid movie that was made back in 1989, and then they were showing the trailer for the movie that Halle Bailey is starring in as Little Mermaid. And it's been a whole lot going on. There's been a lot of non-black people in an uproar about it. White women, they were in an uproar about it. I saw a little bit of white men upset. There's these Asians that are upset about it, and even the Latino slash Hispanic white Spanish speaking people, they were talking about it too. Um, Now, I'm not shocked about it because this happens a lot. Like it happened with the Cinderella story where Brandy was Cinderella. Um, Non-black people spoke out about that. They didn't like that. So a lot of them don't like, the Little Mermaid being black, and people are going to do what they do. Some of these people, they got an issue with it, but some of these people are downright racist. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and like justify what the fuck these non-black people are doing. I just don't, and I'm with the white man. Like I'm literally around white people a lot. Okay, a lot, and I socialize with them and I go to different events where they are and stuff like that. But I'll be the first to say that, yeah, I understand that they're trying to protect the white woman's image, and that's what, men of your race is supposed to do. But to be outright racist, some of them, I cannot respect that. Like, be classy. Like, some of these non black people are just trashy. Be classy about it. Yes, disagree, but go about your business. But to be creating all these memes and, you know, saying all this negative shit about black women and all that, like literally the man who created the Little Mermaid, the live mermaid, the real mermaid, not like a character, like a cartoon or something like that, but the real mermaid, the man who created the movie, the director or whatever, is a white man. The man who cast Halle Bailey to be the Little Mermaid is a white man. So a lot of these things are being done at the hands of white men. They're making it get done. And let's be honest, there are a sector of non-black men that are that have their problems with non-white people or black people. There are a sector of them, but that's not all white men. That's not all non-black men or all non-black people. So you got to be able to be real about it. Okay, we got to be real about it. There's some non-black people that are racist, and there's some non-black people that are not. I understand them trying to protect the image of the white Little Mermaid with the red hair, but to carry on and to act like they're acting, I do not agree with that. I do not support that. If you come across a non-black man acting like that, that is not the type of non-black man you would want. I do not encourage you to date racist non-black men or non-black men that are passive aggressive about race and shit like that. Do not support them. Do not date them. Let's just be real. Because I don't want black women to believe that they're not non-black people that don't like you. We're being real. I don't want to set you up for the okie doke. There are non-black people that do not like black people, that do not care for us like that. And there's a lot of reasons why, because of the way we act in society, especially that black male ape, the way that he acts and the things that he do. I understand why some non-black people will not care for black people like that. But there's a way that you do things. You don't have to be trashy, and you don't have to be racist about it. But I understand why they would protect the white woman's image. A lot of them fantasize about that white mermaid with the red hair. A lot of these non-black men got some freaky kinks, and they look up to things like that. So that may be a reason why they're defending it like the way that they're doing, because they've created a whole fantasy with this made up character. And we all know that mermaids are not real. Um, it's just like a fictional character, a cartoon. And, people are blowing it out of proportion. The reason why I said that I'm going to support it, because I'm going to support it for little black girls. That's why I'm going to support it. Plus, when I was younger, I was a fan of The Little Mermaid also. And I liked The Little Mermaid. I didn't care if she was black or white or whatever. At the time, a lot of black girls back in the day, we had to, not had to, but we didn't have a problem with celebrating and being entertained by white characters like Cinderella or Snow White or The Little Mermaid. We didn't see anything wrong with it, because at the time, a lot of these Disney characters were white women. They weren't black women. So I'm going to support the movie because I want to go see it, because I'm a fan of The Little Mermaid, especially when I was little. Even though I'm a grown ass woman, I'm still going to support. Um, I'm going to support it for little black girls, because we already know that black men are a failure. They're not creating any movies or any sitcoms, anything to really promote the black woman's image in a positive way, or the black little girl's image in a positive way. So this white man, he made a lot of little black girls' dreams come true, and it made them be able to see somebody that looks like them, because all of us, a lot of us are fans of The Little Mermaid. So, like, I didn't have a problem when The Little Mermaid was white, and I don't have a problem with it being black. And so I'm going to support of it because of little black girls, and because I like The Little Mermaid. I want to see what it's all about. And so that's what I'm going to do. But I see a lot of black men, they have a problem with The Little Mermaid movie because the prince is white. And so they feel like it's promoting an interracial dating divester, swirler, a gender. That's what I see them all over TikTok and a little bit on Twitter talking about it too. And I believe that another black woman is in the movie also, paired up with the white man, if I'm not sure. But, they don't want to promote that. But we all know that the black male, he's not suitable to be a prince. Yeah, I don't even see a black male can be placed in a fairy tale, because nothing about the black male is a fairy tale. Nothing about him is a sweet dream. None of that. All of it is horrific, and all of it is a nightmare. So I don't see the black male image being put into some kind of Disney movie or any type of fairy tale, because we all know that the black male does not exhibit prince qualities or king qualities. He just don't promote those things. Um, he just don't give that off. He does not give off that aura like he can play a prince or he can be a king and love on somebody. He's just not that. He's a villain. He's off his rockers. And so now they want to boycott the Little Mermaid, just like how they're out here trying to boycott this Woman King movie. And I didn't know anything about the movie until I heard everybody boycotting. And then I heard that Viola Davis was starring in that. And she's a Black American woman, and she's starring a lot of different movies. So she's really tapped into the game. Now, when it comes to this one movie, Woman King, I've only saw the trailer and heard what people have said about it. I haven't really even looked into it. I know it's based off of a tribe in Africa and stuff like that, based around a tribe that was selling slaves or whatnot. And they had a lot of black women were like warriors or whatnot. And so a lot of black men are upset because they're saying, "Oh, a woman can't be a king," and they're turning black women, making them masculine, and the black males are feminine. Let me tell you something. Black men have been working on this for quite a while now to make everybody think that black women are masculine, to make everybody think that black women are men. Black women have to be, I wouldn't even call masculine, but black women have to be cautious when they're amongst black men. when they're dealing with black men, dating them, uh, married to them, got children with them, even if you're just, you know, outside in public, you still have to watch the black male. You have to be cautious. You have to be on your P's and Q's when the black male is in your presence or anywhere near you. So they want to say, because you're not feminine and submissive and you're not going to put up with their trash, you're not going to put up with their shit. You're not going to allow them to treat you any type of way or allow them to talk to you any type of way and, you know, touch on you and treat you like you're a piece of shit and all that. You're masculine. See, for the black male, feminine means weak. When he tells you that he wants you to be feminine and submissive, he wants you to be weak. So you can be gullible and you can be stupid enough to allow him into your life so he can do whatever he wants to do. He's looking for a lot of gullible, immature, naive, younger black women, probably from teenagers too, probably from the age of 16 to 26. This is where he's gamed at. This is where his eyes is focused at. He wants to get to these young girls so he can play them. He can play over their bodies. He can impregnate them and abandon them with children. He can bring down their self-esteem. He can attack them physically. This is what he wants to do. So he wants black women to be submissive and he wants you to be feminine. And there's nothing wrong with being feminine. There's a time and a place for that, in my opinion. There's some black women that walk around in their femininity 24/7. There's some of us that know how to be feminine in certain situations, and we know how to be stern, not taking any type of bullshit in certain situations. Okay? Some people say you can't cut on and cut off femininity. Hey, you can work it together. It can be done, okay? Because not all women, not even non-black women, not all of them are walking around in their feminine energy 24/7. They're just not. But for the black woman, being feminine and being submissive, it means to be weak to the black male. He wants you weak where you will take him in. He wants you to settle. That's why he does not want you to have high standards, because he wants you to settle. He wants you to bring your standards all the way down to the ground so he can get with you. He's not worthy of that. And the reason why they're mad at the woman king, because yet again, it shows that the black male was feminine. He was selling his people into slavery. Black men were the ones who initiated this selling other Africans into slavery. It didn't start with the white man. They were doing it with the Arabs too. And they were selling women and girls into sex slavery, into being sex slaves to these Arab men. That's what they started out doing first. They had always sold black women out. Even in Africa, they turned on a lot of those black women in Africa. They turned on them. And a lot of these black women in Africa, from what I hear other black women in this space breaking it down, a lot of those black women turned on other African women for their sons. And that's why we're in the situation that we're in now, because of them turning on black women and disregarding their power to elevate that black male son. And that's why we're in this position that we are in today globally, all over the world. We're at the bottom because of this Negro. And black women are not going to ever understand. As long as you keep attaching yourself to the black male, you will continue being on the bottom. The black male do not want to elevate. He do not want to be better. He wants to blame you. He want to hold you accountable. He makes fun. He makes jokes about you being killed every 5 hours. He laughs about it. It's a joke. When you're literally losing your life daily, 4 to 5 black women a day is losing their lives mostly at the hands of black males for nothing at all, senseless murders. And he wonder why black women are scared of him. He wonder why we're trying to let other younger black women know And other Black women that have been living in a delusional world, living in a delusional land about this Black male, trying to elevate him in a king status when he's a peasant. There's nothing about the Black male is seen as a king. There's nothing likable about the Black male. Nobody wants him besides having sex with him. If you talk to any group of women, that's the first thing they talk about is the Black male got swag and the Black male sex. And the sex comes with babies out of wedlock. It comes with STD. It comes with HIV. It comes with domestic violence, losing your life, being evicted, paying all the bills on your own. That's what having sex with the Black male brings too. A lot of dysfunctional, a lot of evil spirits that you're allowing to come into your body when you lay down and have sex with the Black male. 8. The Black male wants to control you. He wants to dominate your life. He wants to make your life all about him. And now he's starting to realize that there's a large group of Black women, not a big portion, but they're coming out here to say, hey, you're not the apple of my eyes. I'm not attracted to you. I don't give a fuck about the Black male's image. I don't give a damn about all these race issues. And you wanting Black women to go to battle with you against the white man. Just like with this movie, The Woman King. Now, they said that The Woman King, starring Viola Davis, was written by white women. They said the movie was written by white women. Now they're talking about all feminism and all these white women are your enemies. And look how they did this movie. And look how they're using you Black women. See, they want you to hate white women now, but they love white women. They love having sex with white women. White women don't have to look a certain way. They don't have to have standards. I've seen Black men throwing themselves all over the white women on TikTok. They got 2, 3 goddamn children out of wedlock for Black men that are nowhere around. And you will see Black men flooding the comment sections of these women. See, the Black male has a problem with the Black single mother, but he does not have a problem with the white single mother, especially if she's the white single mother of biracial children by Black males. They don't have a problem with overweight white women, but when it comes to you, it's a problem. They're all over the place trying to tell non-Black men that you're masculine, that you're combative, that you're not submissive, you're not feminine. You're ugly. You look like a man. They're all over TikTok trying to convince these non-Black men that you're a man. They're all on YouTube doing it too. And then get upset and act like they care about your image when you get put in a movie like The Woman King, where Black women is coming across like they're masculine, they're strong warriors. Now they're saying, oh, this movie is making Black women look masculine, but they're all over the place telling everybody that we're men. Y'all don't even understand how much of them are all over TikTok telling non-Black men that you're ugly, that you're masculine, that you're a man, you're combative, you're only good to sleep with, that non-Black men don't want to marry you. They only use you to sleep with. They only use you for sex. And that's the exact same thing that the Black male is doing. Now, I don't feel that that's what the non-Black man is doing. Not saying that there aren't some that want to deal with Black women and don't want to be serious and, don't want to be married to them. There are some, but I just don't see that in the majority of non-Black men that deal with Black women. They deal with Black women because they want to. People don't understand that non-Black men, they go through the same things as Black women go through when they interracial date. I don't think non-Black men go through it as worse as Black women do, but they go through it too. They're judged, they're looked down on. People always asking them why they date Black women, why they with a Black woman, why they married to a Black woman. They go through those things too. So for a non-Black man to claim you, and for a non-Black man to be out and about and claim you and marry you, best believe that non-Black man is into Black women. Because people don't understand, the non-Black man, he risks a lot coming from people of his race, being judged by other people of his race. He risks a lot. He turns his back on a lot when he decides to get with the black woman. So usually when they get with a black woman, they really into black women. Because who would take themselves through all of this and, probably having problems with their families or, people out there race judging them and stuff like that? Who would put themselves through that if they really didn't give a fuck? If they really didn't see themselves being with a black woman, being in a marriage with one, starting a family, if they really didn't see themselves in that, I just don't see that non-black men would just put themselves out there if they weren't serious about black women. So that's what they're doing. But they're crying about this movie saying black women look masculine, black women can't be kings. When we all know that black women at one point in time ruled Africa. We did not need this black male. This black male did not come before black women. You do not have to allow that black male to lead because a lot of these Christian black women, they'll say, oh, it's the Trinity. It's the black male, the black woman, and the child. No, honey, you're a liar. Black women did not come out of black men's body. Black men did not birth black women. Black women birth black men. So black men do not lead us. Sorry. Now, for some of you gullible, delusional black women, you will let him lead you all the way to hell. You will let him lead your ass to your grave. But there's a portion of black women that do not want the black male to lead. We see throughout history what happens when the black male do lead. We can see right now, currently, all across the globe, when the black male dominates a country or dominates a continent, we see what the black male is capable of doing if he's in a leadership role. And we do not want him to lead. I'd rather the white man stay in charge before the black male gets in his place. I really do. I do not trust the black male. Sorry, my throat got dry. Okay. But I do not want the black male to lead. The black male leading is going to lead to disaster. We're already suffering at the hands of black men taking black women out every 5 hours. Little children, little black girls are being taken out by these black males. No one wants the black male to lead. If the black male was to lead, it will look just like Louisiana when they had Hurricane Katrina. You see how the black male carried on doing that event? So just imagine you do not want the black male to police the black community. You do not want them to dominate law enforcement. You don't want the black male in any leadership role. Your life will be destroyed. It will be a disaster. You will be miserable and nothing will get done. Black men talk. That's all they do. If you look at the last 60 years, all they do is talk. There's no action behind anything that they're doing. They're on a mission to destroy black women's image because they want to keep you handcuffed to the black race. They want to keep you handcuffed to the black male and his issues. That's none of your fucking business. The black male don't care about the black race. That's why he's going all over the place creating all these biracial children. He don't give a damn about the women that birthed him. He's taking out black women that are their mothers. Okay, I'm back. So I believe that's all I have to say with that one. And so let me move on right quick to the next topic, and then I'm done. I want to talk about the Tory Lanez and the August Alsina situation where Tory Lanez assaulted this man for no reason because he didn't want to shake his hand, dap him up. This little midget, this little wild Jamaican midget is all over the place assaulting people in America. Nobody told your ass to come here. You're from Canada, get lost. I hope that when he is found guilty, they will deport his ass. I hope when they find out that he's guilty for assaulting this Black American woman, Megan Thee Stallion. And it's just crazy that nobody does not give a fuck when Black women get hurt. Not even Black women. There were so many Black women going around saying, oh, Megan Thee Stallion lying. They were roasting her and making jokes about her being shot in the foot. That's why a lot of times Black women don't come out and tell us stories. They don't come out and tell when they've been touched on or when they're getting beaten and when they're getting abused and assaulted. A lot of times Black women are too scared to come out and say anything because they don't even have Black women to support them. Y'all know that has to be a hurtful feeling to be a Black woman and to see other Black women laughing and making jokes about a fucking nigger that didn't have no place in this country, should not be in this country, terrorizing the people of this fucking country. And that's why a lot of times Black women don't tell nobody because they know nobody don't care. That's a lot of the reason why the little Black girls don't say anything when these Black males are touching on them because they know ain't nobody gonna defend them. Not even their mothers some of the time. Not even their Black mother's gonna defend them and stick up for them. So a lot of times Black women feel like I'll just be quiet. I'll just take the pain. I'll just suffer in silence because nobody's going to battle for me. Nobody's going to stick up for me. Nobody's going to love me. Nobody's going to believe me. And so when you see what happened with Megan Thee Stallion and you saw how all of these Black women turned on her, made jokes, that's a serious thing for a midget, an immigrant that don't even supposed to be in this country, came from Canada, now brought his ass here. Go home, get the fuck out of here. Assaulting innocent people. Now, we already know I'm not an advocate for the Black male. Me personally, I don't give a damn if the Black male take each other out. I don't care if they beat on each other, take each other out. I don't give a damn. Long as they leave Black women and Black children alone, especially Black little girls. Like, I don't care what they do. Okay, so it's not that I'm, speaking up for August, but damn, if somebody don't want to speak to you and somebody don't want to dap you or give you a handshake, you mean to tell me you run the man down with big ass bodyguards and then you hit the man? You need to be charged. You need to be locked up. And I thought Tory Lanez was out on bond. If he's out on bond, they need to revoke that bond and lock his criminal ass up. That says a lot that a Black male from another country can come here, shoot a Black American woman, and still get to go around, go on tour, and all over the place with everybody just like treating him all good, like he didn't do anything wrong. That's a punk ass move to shoot a woman. That's a punk ass move to pull out a gun and shoot a woman. But the Black community, they normalize this type of shit. It's okay. As long as it's Black women, they don't have no sympathy for you. You can literally be sexually assaulted out in public, and you probably couldn't get any sympathy for some of these Black women and these Black males of the Black community. You won't get any sympathy at all. You're not going to get any sympathy because they don't care. They don't care. That's something I've realized. That Black women don't care. They will literally take your head off to protect Nicki Minaj's goddamn son. They will literally crack jokes about you being shot by a man that you done nothing to. But because this man is crazy, he believes that he can do whatever he wants. Did you see any of those black males really stick up for Megan Thee Stallion? Do you see any of those black American men, those so-called ADOS, FBA? Did you see them stick up for her? Nah. Nah. So when black men want you to go to war with these people from other countries, don't do it. Let them go to war. Let them go to war about that. When you got motherfuckers like Tariq Nasheed and all these niggas out here running their fucking mouth, these niggas ain't about shit. They've done more damage to black women than anybody. How the fuck Tariq can get up here talking about a museum about black history when you've made fun of the black women, our black women ancestors by calling them bad witch? So you believe that majority of black women just got with non-white men back in slavery days? No, majority of them were sexually assaulted. They had no choice in the matter. But you sorry ass so-called FBA niggas, what you ain't shit. You niggas ain't shit. No, what you guys did is you went around and you laughed at our black women ancestors and you created terms to talk about them in any type of damn way. If I was you guys, do not support anything that Tariq Nasheed does. Do not promote no museum. Don't give these niggas any of your fucking dime. I noticed that the black women that support people like Tariq and a lot of these dumbass, criminal ass, felon ass, black manosphere dudes, a lot of these black women be old as hell. These be black women in their 40s, 50s, 60s on the phone, on the panel, running their fucking mouth. A lot of these old black women, y'all need to go ahead somewhere and sit the fuck down. Because y'all got problems. Those are the women that really support those dudes, them old ass black women. They're the ones supporting Tariq Nasheed. They're the ones donating their damn money to people like Red Supreme. These dudes, these black women will listen to these dudes call you a bitch, a hoe. They'll listen throughout the whole video. Then they'll get their sorry ass up on a panel and say, did you get my cash app? Do not let nobody bully you into supporting all black women. Don't let nobody tell you that you got to support all black women. You don't. If the black woman is not like-minded and they're not on the same page and the same level as you, you don't have to be her friend. I mean, you don't have to treat her bad or do anything to cause harm to her, but you don't have to be her friend. Because some of these black women, they're not on your team. So I want the younger black women to do not fall victim to some of these older black women that are all about the black male and protecting his image. A lot of these old black women ain't nobody chasing their ass. A lot of them want to shack up, have sex with these black males. Let's be real. I see these older women all the time thirsting over these niggas because they just want dick. These women be 40, 50, 60 years old still trying to sleep around with black men. Still trying to throw their old ass onto these niggas. They've raised children on their own. They've had children out of wedlock, and they still around here trying to promote that bullshit. Do not let these older black women gaslight you into caring about that black race because the black male does not. Do not let these older women or these black women that deal with black men gaslight you into dealing with them. That will be one of the worst mistakes of your life. Just look around. You don't have to believe me, but look around. Look at your family. Look at your friends. Look at your co-workers that deal with black men. And you tell me what you see. That's how I have to explain this to my nieces. Yeah, that's how I have to explain it to my nieces because they're young, they're naive. They don't understand what everything is going on. And they always be looking at me, why I be telling them to stay away from black men. They don't get it yet because they're young. And I'm not talking about my baby niece, but I'm talking about my nieces, my 18-year-old niece, and I'm talking about my teenage niece. I be trying to tell them, listen, do not let these younger black males gaslight you in, sleeping with them, losing your virginity, having sex with them unproductive, unprotected, giving them money or anything, or taking care of them. Do not let them gaslight you to do that. And I always tell my niece, my oldest niece, if you want to see and you want to understand truly who black men is, look around in the family, look around with your friends, look at your co-workers who deal with black men and got children by black men, and you tell me if they live in a stress-free life. You tell me if they ain't raising them children on their own, if they ain't struggling, going around asking people to give them money to pay their bills. You tell me if they ain't out there fighting in the street with the other baby mamas, or fighting a woman in the street because you want to fight a black woman over your damn sorry ass baby daddy who didn't want you or that child. Because if a man truly love you and truly love that child, he will make a family with you. He will commit to you. He will not bring your child in a broken mess. So if you see men bringing children in a broken home, in a broken mess, not willing to marry the mother of their children, then that man don't even give a fuck about his kids. He's already caused his kids enough trauma. He's causing them a lot of trauma. So he don't love you and he don't love them kids. And I didn't meant to take this long. I'm gonna wrap it up, but I also wanted to touch on that Nosey Heaux and Nicki Minaj situation. I saw that Nosey Heaux lawyer came on YouTube. I think he was over there on a Mom Wiggins show, and I don't watch that rainbow dude. He's another one that's a rainbow dude, gay dude that likes to talk real greasy about black women, but support a woman like a Cardi B. That's another thing y'all gotta watch out for, these rainbow coalition dudes. They don't like black women, but they will support a non-black woman before your ass any day. They are a problem. Those boy girls, those trannies are a problem. They're trying to derail anything progress that black women got going on. I'm talking about biological black women. They're around here trying to take over. When you take that makeup and that lace front off, it's still a black male underneath all of that. Don't ever forget that. Most of the time, those them boys, them he, she's, those Chinese, most of the time they keep their private part. They keep their male organs down there. And then when you ask them, well, you want to be a woman, why are you keeping your male private parts? They'll say, well, that's why the man is getting with me. They just want a man looking like a woman, but still got a man's private parts. So they play a lot of games out here. They're in the sex industry. They're on these sex dating apps and, advertisements and shit like that. They play a lot of games with these men. So like a lot of times I don't condone the violence against the rainbow community, the LGBT community and stuff like that. I don't condone the violence towards them, but a lot of times they be playing games with these men. These men be tricking on those he, she's, no trannies. They be tricking on them. They be spending money on them. They be paying for them surgeries. There's a lot of black males on the DL. You would not even believe that some of these thug Negroes, these Negroes that dress like thugs and got the dreadlocks and got all the tattoos, a lot of those dudes are on the DL. They're having sex with each other. So you got to pay attention to what the black male is doing. He's trying to convince the world that you're a man. I don't think black women understand how damaging that is. When it comes to other races of women, Nobody calls them masculine. Nobody calls them a man. So he's on a mission to strip you of your womanhood. He wants to convince the world you're a man, you're ugly, you're masculine, you're combative. He's on a mission. He's trying to convince as much non-black men as he can. That way they won't deal with you. They believe that they'll tell the world this, so you don't have an option, and your only option is to lay around and be amongst a failure, a loser, a conquered ape. They want to force you to be with them. No, babe, too late. Nobody don't have to care about your issues. Nobody don't have to care about your life, black man. Nobody. But this is what they're doing. They want to turn you into the man while they get to be the woman. Pay attention. And black males are attacking black women from all sides. You got the so-called heterosexual black male that don't have a job, that's a felon, that got kids out of wedlock, that are failures. Most of them are predators and pedophiles. You got him attacking you, and then you got the gay black male, the black male that still looks like a man on the outside. He's coming in, attacking your image, trying to tell you he can teach you how to be a woman. When deep down inside, that's just another black male. Then you got on the other side, you got this black male that likes to dress up like a woman, likes to wear the wigs, the makeup, the nails, going to get the surgery, going to get their breasts done, going to get BBLs, lipo, whatever, fillers and lip fillers and doing all that type of stuff. Then this one, the he, she will tell you, I'm a woman. I'm a woman, and I get to talk on black women's issues, and that's why I'm here at the table. I'm a woman too, even though I don't have a womb, even though I don't get my period, even though I have to go buy titties that I don't have, I got to take hormones to get some. You have to do all of these things to be a woman. That should tell you you are not meant to be one. If you got to do all of that to look like a woman, because you're not a woman, but to fool people to make them think that you're a woman, I don't understand why you're doing all that. I can literally respect them more if they just remain looking and dressing like a man. But coming over here trying to tell us what it is to be a woman, like that Hope Giselle character that got into it with Umar Johnson. That person is not a friend to black women. That person is one of these people that want to take over. See, they want to call you a man, while the real men that are dressed up like you, trying to look like you, trying to talk like you, trying to pick up your mannerism and everything, and do the makeup like you and all that, that's the real black woman. You is a man. That's some wicked shit that they're doing. That's the tranny is the woman. That's the real black woman. But heterosexual, biological women that were born girls, they're men. They're masculine. They look like men. They're combative. They're angry. Nobody wants to put up with that. That's the word that they're putting out there because they're trying to convince non-black men to not entertain you. Well, guess what? It's over. Non-black men know that you lie. Non-black men know that we treat them totally different from your ugly ass. Let's be real. Black women don't have no problem with submitting to non-black men. They don't have no problem submitting to white men. They don't have a problem with going along with what white men talking about, as long as it's a healthy decision and we can all benefit from it. But that's why the white man's a leader. Most of them are in an alpha role. They lead, they provide, they protect. So they're doing this for all races of women in this country, not just their women. They're out here passing laws, trying to protect you, trying to make you feel comfortable. The black male ain't passing no laws and he ain't doing nothing to protect you. Just like the situation with Nicki Minaj and Nosey Heaux. Nosey whole live lawyer is a white man. And I mean, he's a well-known lawyer. He's dealt with celebrities because I looked at a video about the case or whatever. And that man came out and spoke on Nosey Hole's behalf, and he did an incredible job. That man said that he was going to work for Nosey Hole Live pro bono. That means for free. Now, what Negro would ever come and help a black woman like Nosey Hole Live? What nigga would do that? But the white man does. That's why I tell y'all, a lot of times when black women are down on their luck, when they need help, tell me who come through. That's for these women that like to put out, oh, all these white men are racist, and oh, I don't want no pink dick, and oh, they were the slave master. They want to have slave sex. These women are the mothers that the black male didn't want as the mother of their child. But didn't you see how that white lawyer came in, stepped in, took over Nosey Hole case against Nicki Minaj? We already know that Nicki Minaj is rich. She has a lot of money. She got a lot of clout. She can get a lot of things done on her behalf. What Nicki Minaj was expecting, she was expecting Nosey Hole to not have a lawyer, to not have somebody to fight for her, to represent her. That lawyer is a blessing in disguise. And I wasn't surprised that it was a white man. I was not surprised because a white man, he understands that you may not have a lot and he got it going on. He will help you. That Negro will not. So if you ever sitting around waiting on the black male to protect you, for the black male to come save the day, for the black male to come problem solve, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. And that's why a lot of black women, not a lot, that's why some black women are attracted to white men and non-black men, because being productive, being a builder, a protector, and a provider, that shit is attractive. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. So we don't care anything about that. The black male do not provide anything for black women on a collective. They do not pass any of these laws. They ain't over none of these jobs. They not going to pay these bills for you. They not going to help you. Even when you down on your luck, you got to go to the white man's government, even though you're a taxpayer, and you got to go to that government to get some help. For the women that are on Section 8 and all of that, bringing these black men in and out their house, it was the white man that gave you that place for you and your children, you and your black children. So like I said, and I know from experience, white men have always came in, if I need them, to save the fucking day for me. Straight up. They've always done it. Just like the white lawyer, I think his name is Bobby Samini or something like that. He's done work with celebrities. He took on some celebrity cases. I think he had a case with the NFL. I believe they won that. So she has a great lawyer. She's going to do good, because I don't believe Nicki Minaj even got a case. She needs to drop it. She needs to apologize, give that girl a couple coins for all the stress that she took that girl through, calm her barbs down and tell her barbs to leave people alone. But I'm glad that happened for her. And that's good to know that white men that are lawyers and, you know, in those type of positions is looking down, looking on YouTube and seeing what's going on. And he felt like Nicki was bullying her and she didn't have really nobody in her corner. So the white man came and stepped up and saved the day as usual. So that's all I have to say, guys. Like the video. I know that my audio was going in and out. It's because my mouth was getting dry and I was coughing. So I hope that you guys got what I was trying to say. And it's time for me to get off here because it's an hour and 4 minutes. And I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover. So like the video, thumbs it up. You can share. Please leave a comment and subscribe. When you subscribe, make sure you turn on your notification bell. And that's about it. I will catch you guys maybe sometime next week. I'll do a live. But for right now, you just get these short videos and TikTok videos, and that's about it. Bye-bye.